Welcome back to Mrs. Stewart's Crochet Club. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a scrappy little butterfly. So I just took my scrap yarn from my previous projects and made a 3-round butterfly. It starts with granny square type, like everything's granny squares. It starts with a granny square like beginning, and then ends with a little picot at the edge. So please join me. Grab your scraps. I'm using a 5mm hook and acrylic number 4 worsted weight yarn. You can do this really fast, half an hour tops. Okay, so to begin this simple 3-round butterfly, we're going to make a slip knot. I cross my yarn over itself and then I pull the yarn through. Put that on your hook, and you're going to make a chain of 6. So we make a chain of 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to take our chain of 6 and we're going to insert our hook into the very first loop, and we're going to secure it together with a slip. Okay, so you should have a circle like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put 8 granny clusters in this piece. Here we go. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Do 2 double crochets in the center. 1, 2, and then chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to have 8 of these clusters in this ring, and it's going to get crowded. Here we go. So do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, another 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, chain 2, continue until you have 8 of these clusters. Okay, so I have my 8 clusters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice it's wavy and it's supposed to be. So once you have your 8 clusters, do another chain 2. And then we're going to find the top of the first chain and we're going to slip into it. We're going to cut our string, yarn over and pull it all the way through. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't really like the size of this hole here, I'm going to flip it over and cinch it together just a little bit. And normally I'm pretty lazy about weaving my ends in, but it's good to get it done and out of the way. So I'm going to weave just this one in. The other ones, I'm not going to bother weaving my ends in. I'm just going to crochet over top of them because they're going to be secured with a knot and it won't make much difference. Okay, so I'm just going around a few times. My next color is going to be light purple color. Okay, this is a very simple round. It just consists of a granny square corner. I'd like to start with a slip knot. You don't have to, but this knot secures it, and then it means I don't have to weave in as much. Okay, so in any of these corners, I'm just going to choose one. I'm going to chain 3. Okay, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make sure I have control of the end, and I'm going to be working over top of it. I'm going to do 2 more double crochets with this one. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 double crochets into the same space. And this is like a granny square corner. So that's what we're going to be doing to each of these pointed spaces here. Okay. I'll show you. We're going to be doing a total of 8 of these corners. So let's look at the next one. Here's the next one. This is where I finished off my last round. So I'm just gonna hold it in here and let it be worked over top. So let's do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 1, 2, and 3. There's a squirrel, angry squirrel outside that's yelling right now. Okay. All right. So find the next chain space, which I believe is right here. Yes, right here. And we're going to be repeating this in each of these corners. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 8 in total. So in each of these spaces, do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochets. When you're done, I'll meet you up at the very end. Okay, so I just finished my last cluster, my last corner stitch, and I'm going to just take my hook and find the top of the first 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to insert, pull it on through. Same with the previous round. I'm cutting my yarn here. I'm going to be changing to a different color. Yarn over and pull it all the way through. My last color is green. I'm going to start again with a slip knot. And I'm going to start in any corner that I feel like. I think I'll start in this one. First, we're going to chain 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And this counts as the first double crochet. We're going to add 5 more double crochets with this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Getting some yellow bits coming up here. 3, 4, 5. So that should be a total of 6 double crochets so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And in the first stitch of that chain, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and slip it on through. And that is called the picot. That's a picot stitch, and that makes the little pointed part. Now in the same stitch, we're going to do 6 double crochets. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you should have a total of 6, 1 picot, and 1 6, or a group of 6 as well. We're going to find in the middle of, now you could go through this space, you could go through the space that's here or through the stitch at the top. I like the stitch at the top, it's just cleaner to me. So I'm going to go through the middle stitch that's right here, and I'm going to do a slip. I'm just going to slip it on through like that. And then in the next corner, we're going to repeat what we did here. So we're going to do 6 double crochets, picot, and 6 double crochets. And I'll show you again how to do that. Yarn over, 6 double crochets. Okay, so there's my 6 double crochets. I'm going to do the picot stitch, which again is chain 3, 1, 2, 3. In the first of that chain, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and slip on through. And now 6 more double crochets into that same stitch. 1, 2, 3. There's my 6, so 6 picot 6. I'm going to find the center of between these two clusters, either again between the two or in the stitch above. I'm going to go in the stitch above with a slip. Okay, we're just securing this side to that space. So go around, continue as the pattern, 6 picot 6 into each of these corners and slipping in the stitch between the two clusters. So I've made it all the way around with my corners. I'm just in the very last space now. I'm going to slip to that top stitch and I'm going to find the top of this chain roughly, and I'm going to slip into that. Now don't cut your yarn here. We're going to make the body of the butterfly. So here where you are right now, chain 15. We're going to do 15 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop now. You're going to cut the yarn. Give yourself some sewing, some bit to sew, so I didn't cut it too close. I'm going to yarn over and secure this, pull it on through, and that is going to be the body of our butterfly. So let's take a look at what we've done. You have this big wobbly mess. This is going to be the body, and it's going to run from top to bottom. So what we're going to do is just take our work and we're going to fold it, and we're going to find the wings. Oh, I found my wings and it's beautiful. I love it. Now we need to make the antenna. Before we secure the body, we're going to be wrapping it around like this. But before we do that, we're going to make the antenna to stick in there. And you're going to make a slip knot. Move this baby out of the way. And we're going just to chain 13 or 14, depends on how long you like your antenna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go 14. 14. Okay, cut your yarn. Yarn over and pull it on through. Okay, these are going to be our antenna. And just for a little bit of style, we're going to tie a knot here and a knot here. And our goal is to make this a little bit like a ball at the end. And you can do this or you can skip it. It's up to you, but it's supposed to be like the ball part of the antenna. Okay, I've got mine. I find this very tricky, so I actually ended up getting in the right spot this time. Okay, to the other end. Hey. Okay, so now I've got my antenna. I'm going to clip it very close to the knot. There we go. And I'm gonna grab my, you know what? I think I'm going to take a second and clip the ends from the inside. Like I said, I was crocheting over top of mine and I secured everything with a slip knot. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these off. I don't need to trim them, or I don't need to sew them in. If you want to, you can, but I'm not doing it. Get all the little babies out of here. Good. Okay, so now we're ready. Grab your darning needle. And you're going to thread the end of the body onto your darning needle. Fold it up the way you want it. And it's going to take a little trickery here. I'm going to hold my antenna in this spot, and I'm going to take my body and wrap it around. Make sure that the antenna is placed how you would like it. So I want to make mine a little bit more centered there. What we're going to do is we're going to secure this we're going to secure it through the back here, and I'm going to sew all the way up to the antenna, and I'm going to sew through them so that they don't come loose later. So make sure you have it nice and tight. There's mine. I'm happy with the placement of mine. I'm just going to, it gets twisted a little bit. I'm going to turn it over, again, making sure my antenna is placed the way I want it to be. And I'm going to just be going through the green part here, all the way through to the other side. And this is kind of eyeballed, so just do the best that you can. Get this hook out of the way. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, stitch right on through. This will kind of hide itself into the body of the butterfly. It's kind of, sort of. Okay. All right. Flip it over again. Okay, as we get to the antenna, make sure that they are spaced the way you like them to be. And we're going to deliberately, we need to make sure we sew through those antennas. So I'm getting close. I'm just going to go through the other side here. And then that's not through the antenna quite yet. I'm going to now put my stitch right between the two of those and then head back down and then clip my yarn. So here we go. Antenna, right between the antenna, making sure that I'm grabbing the antenna and coming out below. Pull it, make sure that your yarn goes between the two. That looks so cute. Okay, I'm just going to work my way down and I'm just going to make sure it's secured. I'm not going to tie a knot. I think it'll be okay just to weave it in. Again, you could do what you want. If you want to tie a knot, tie a knot. Okay. And then coming out the bottom of my butterfly, I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to trim this off. And guess what? There is my butterfly. It's adorable. I love this green combination. I made a few of them because once I started making them, I realized how fast it could be made. I have 3 children and I've made like 6 or 7 of these because they want one for their friends as well. So there we go. Here, I'm going to show you some other ones that I've made. Here's this one. Different color combinations, and I'm really just using scraps. Using up my scraps. This one's got some curly antennas on it. Here we go. So look at all those different colors, different combinations. So fun, so easy. You could really sell these if you wanted to. I'm not ambitious like that. I don't really sell my stuff, but I do give it to my children or make it for Christmas gifts for people or just as a decoration. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you found this project fast and easy. If you didn't find it fast and easy, practice makes perfect. Just keep going. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. I'd love to see you again. Thank you.